In this video, we're going to have an example of quadratic function or solving quadratic function using the graph. So let's have the example. So we have the function of x squared minus 3. So to solve this quadratic function, first let's have the vertex. And to find the vertex and the number of the solution of our function, first we have the real numbers. Why do we need the real numbers? If you can see with our formula in finding the vertex, which is h and k, and also the discriminant to solve or to find how many solutions do we have in the equation, it consists of real numbers a, b, and c. Therefore, we need the real number a, b, and c. Now, let's identify the real numbers a, b, and c in our function. So, the real number a is 1. Real number b is 0. Dahil wala tayong linear term, therefore real number b is 0. And the constant term is negative 3. Now, we have identified the real numbers a, b, and c. We can easily identify the graph of our function or the parabola. So the graph or the parabola that we have, since a is positive number, then the graph is opens upward. So ibig sabihin, ang ating parabola opens upward. Paganyan po ang graph natin. So now we have identified the graph. Now let's have the vertex. So to solve or to find the vertex, we have h and k, or the ordered pair h and k. So to find h and k, or the vertex, we have here the formula of h and also the k. So now, yung h natin is negative b over 2a. So what are we going to do is to substitute the real numbers to our formula. So let's have h is equal to yung negative natin, and then yung b natin is 0. Next, yung 2 natin, and then yung a natin is 1. So multiplied by 1, and then simplify. H is equal to, so negative times 0 is 0. Then 2 times 1 is positive 2. So 0 over 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, yung h natin ay 0. So let's write it to our vertex. So, parenthesis, yung h natin is 0. So, nasa first set siya. Therefore, it is 0. Now, to find the k, we have the formula here. 4 times a times c minus b squared over 4a. So, we have here the 4. So, substitute na natin. K is equal to 4. Multiply natin sa a, which is positive 1. Then, multiply din sa c, which is negative 3. So, negative 3. Then, minus natin sa value ng b. So, b, which is 0, then squared. Then, the denominator is 4. Multiply sa a, which is yung 1 natin. Then, simplify. K is equal to 4 times 1 is positive 4. And then, multiply to negative 3, it becomes negative 12. Then, minus 0 squared is 0. And then, over 4 times 1 is equal to 4. So, k is equal to negative 12 over 4. Dahil we can cancel out the 0. And then, k is equal to, so negative 4 over 12 is negative 3. So, therefore, the k is negative 3. So, let's write it here in the vertex, negative 3. So, pag sinabi nating vertex, eto yung nag-intersect siya, or the parabola, or the line of the parabola, intersect. So, next is the number of solution. To get the number of the solution, we will have the discriminant, or the formula of discriminant, to solve the number of solution. So, let's have b squared minus 4ac. Let's substitute the b, which is 0. Then, squared natin. Then, minus 4. And then, yung a natin ay 1. multiply sa C, which is negative 3. Then 0 squared is 0, minus natin sa 0 squared natin is 0, and then let's multiply negative 4, multiply natin sa positive 1, it becomes negative 4. And negative 4, multiply natin sa negative 3, it becomes positive 12. So, plus 12. Then, yung ating discriminant, so we can cancel 0, it is equal to positive 12. Since the discriminant is positive, the number of solution is 2 real solution. So, ibig sabihin meron tayong dalawang real solution in our function x squared minus 3. Now, let's have the second step. After finding the graph, vertex, and number of solution, we will proceed with our table of values. So, sa table of values natin, meron tayong x and y. And the value of x is negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. And wala pa tayong value ng y. Therefore, we are going to complete the table of values. So, how are we going to complete the table of values? So, ang gagawin lang natin is to substitute each value of x to the formula or to the equation that we have. So, first is if x is negative 2. So, let's have here, if x is equal to negative 2, then substitute it to f of x is equal to x squared minus 3. So, x is negative 2, then squared natin, then subtract by 3. So, negative 2 squared is positive 4 minus 3, then it is equal to 1. So, f of x or yung y natin, kasi diba yung f of x is also y. So, f of x is equal to 1. So, therefore, 1 yung nandito. Next natin, if x is negative 1. If x is equal to negative 1, which is eto na tayo, then substitute natin sa f of x is equal to x squared minus 3. Then, yung x natin is negative 1. Then, squared natin, subtract by 3. Negative 1 is equal to positive 1. Minus 3, it is equal to negative 2. So, therefore, f of x is equal to negative 2. Then, negative 2 natin ay nandito. Next is if x is equal to 0. So, if x is equal to 0, then substitute it to the equation. F of x is equal to x squared minus 3. So, yung x natin is 0, then squared natin, then subtract by 3. So, since 0 squared is 0, minus 3, the answer is negative 3. So, ang ating y dito ay negative 3. Now, let's proceed if x is positive 1. So, if x is equal to positive 1, then f of x is equal to x squared minus 3. Then, x is positive 1 squared minus 3. And then, 1 squared is 1 minus 3. It is equal to negative 2. So, yung f of x natin is negative 2. And then, next, if x is equal to positive 2, so eto na tayo, positive 2. We will substitute it to f of x is equal to x squared minus 3. Then, yung x natin is positive 2. Then, squared, subtract by 3. Then, 2 squared is 4. Minus 3, it is equal to positive 1. So, f of x is equal to positive 1. Now, we have completed the table of values. So, pag nakompleto natin yung table of values, we will proceed with to the third step, which is graphing or plotting the table of values or the ordered pair that we have. But of course, before plotting, let's consider the given na nakuha natin kanina. Yung graph natin is upward, the vertex is 0 and negative 3, and the number of solution is 2 real solution. So, if we can see, the vertex can be seen sometimes in our table of values. And sometimes, wala siya sa table of values na makikita natin, na sinolve natin. But, it's still correct. Okay? So, let's have the plotting of points. So, first one is to identify the ordered pair that we have. So, the first ordered pair, of course, pag sinabi nating ordered pair, it consists of X and Y. So, pag sinabi nating consists of X and Y, this is the ordered pair. X and Y. So, hindi siya pwedeng pa ganito, negative 2 tapos negative 1. It's both value of X. So, therefore, kukunin natin yung ating ordered pair vertically. So, dahil nga ang ating X and Y is naka-vertically aligned, so this will be the ordered pair that we have. So, first ordered pair is negative 2 and then positive 1. So, we will plot the first ordered pair. Okay? So, first, negative 2, since yung first set natin is X, sa X tayo or sa horizontal line tayo titingin. So, from the origin, we have positive and negative X axis. So, since negative 2 is negative number, sa negative X axis tayo. So, negative 2 is here. So, pwede ako maglagay ng line. Light line lang. And then, kung saan mag-i-intersect, that will be our ordered pair. Okay? So, next natin, nakuha na natin yung X, let's have the Y, which is positive 1. So, yung positive 1 natin ay eto. So, I will put a horizontal line, and then, nag-intersect siya dito. So, kakapalan ko na. So, this is the first ordered pair that we have. Next ordered pair natin. So, before proceeding, please consider the Cartesian plane that we have na dapat same distance or length yung ating mga real numbers. If this is multiple of 1, like this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dapat yung y-axis, positive 1 or negative, and also sa x-axis natin, 1, 2, 3, 4, multiple of 1 din siya. But you can adjust your Cartesian plane, like pwedeng dito 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So, if ganyan yung inyong Cartesian plane, of course, dito sa inyong y-axis or vertical line, dapat multiple of 2 din siya. So, this will be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, and so on. Same with negative. Negative 2, negative 4. So, bakit kailangan pare-pareha siya? So, para yung ating graph, parabola man yan, linear, or any graphing o pagga-graph natin ay equal and balance siya. So, yan. So, now let's proceed in. So, let me erase it first. Ayan. So, erase natin itong values. And then, let's proceed in plotting. Ayan, lagyan lang natin ito ng light line. Dito siya nag-intersect. Next ordered pair that we have is negative 1 and negative 2. So, negative 1, negative 2. So, yung x natin is negative 1. So, ito yung ating x. Negative 1. And then, next naman natin is yung y natin, which is negative 2. So, since negative 2, nasa baba yung negative 2 natin na y. So, dito siya. Ayan. So, nag-intersect siya dito. So, therefore, this is the second ordered pair that we have. So, para hindi kayo malito sa intersection, kasi like this one, nag-i-intersect din siya dito. So, para di kayo malito, pag after plotting, you can erase using your eraser the light line. So, pwede na nating tanggalin yan. So, pag nagagawa naman kayo ng inyong or nagpa-plot kayo, you are using your pencil. Okay, next, third ordered pair is 0 and negative 3. So, 0 and negative 3. 0, negative 3. So, let's start with 0. So, ito yung 0 natin. So, x siya. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung ating light line. So, sa x. And then, next naman natin is negative 3. So, ito yung negative 3 natin. So, let's have a light line. And then, nag-intersect siya dito. So, wala siya sa quadrant natin but nasa y-axis siya because the value or the ordered pair that we have is y-axis lang yung merong value dahil yung x natin is 0. So, therefore, dito siya nag-intersect. So, I can erase the light line that we have created. Ayan. So, next natin is the fourth ordered pair. Yung fourth ordered pair natin is 1 and negative 2. 1 and negative 2. So, yung x natin is positive 1. So, this is the positive 1. So, we can create the light line. And then, next naman natin is, yung y natin is negative 2. So, yung y natin, ito yung negative 2. So, we can have the intersection. And this is the intersection of our line. And this is the ordered pair that we have. And then next ordered pair na meron tayo ay yung fifth ordered pair natin na positive 2 and positive 1. So positive 2 and positive 1. So let's have the value of x which is positive 2. So, light line, positive 2, and then yung y natin na positive 1. Which is, nandito siya nag-intersect. This is our ordered pair. So, let's erase the light line that we have created. And then, after that is, pwede na tayong maggawa ng ating parabola. If you can see, yung symmetry niya or pagiging similar ng half niya is equal. So, kung makikita nyo, the distance from the x or from the vertical line, same yung distance niya. Same as well dito sa ating kabila. Dahil ito yung vertex natin. So, kung makikita natin from the vertex that we have, ito yung vertex natin. Diba? 0 and negative 3. So, this is 0 and negative 3. And then, dito siya nag-intersect. So, yung line ng parabola natin, so kapag kinonect natin, so this is extended. And this one is also extended. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin ay equal yung value niya dito. Dahil this is the axis of symmetry. Ayan po. So, ibig sabihin, the vertex that we have is correct. And the parabola, yung graph ng parabola natin is correct dahil upward siya. And then, the number of solution is 2 real solution. Paano natin malalaman if we have 2 real solution? Once the parabola cross the x-axis, so, bibilangin lang natin how many times the parabola cross the x-axis. So, here, let me use another color of pen. So, this one, nag-cross siya here. So, this is the one real solution. We cannot find, but we can identify na ito yung isa nating solution. And then, the other one, since nag-cross din siya sa x, ito yung second real solution natin. Therefore, we have 1 and 2. We have 2 real solution. So, this is how we're going to solve our quadratic function.